What's up, everybody? The Game 2K2 here again, and I am here to do a quick review. And today we're looking at Lord of the Rings, War in the North. This is actually a game that just released today, and this is the Xbox 360 version. So let's not waste any more time. Let's begin. Now, this is an RPG slash action game. It's actually a genre that the Lord of the Rings series is known for. And let's take a look at the RPG elements first. First we have the basics, which is the weapons and armor. We got items, we got skills, we got the log, and of course we got our stats. Now the weapons and armor are actually things that you can buy throughout the game. There are stores that you can enter into throughout the game, and you can buy whatever you can afford. Now the game already gives you a substantial amount of weapons and armor in the beginning of the game. You already have body armor, leggings and boots, and you have 2 swords and a bow and arrow. And obviously, as you can see, there's still more to unlock, like helmets, shoulders, amulets, gloves, and of course 2 rings. The items are the same thing. You can buy those throughout the game, or you can earn them throughout the game. Right now we have 2 potions, we have dexterity, and of course our arrows. And as you can see from this screen, there actually is a lot that you can unlock. The skill set is pretty much the same. You can gain skill points throughout the game, and you can unlock all of these. Right now we have 3. We have Heavy Shot, we have Ranger Strike, and we have Evasion. And you can unlock certain things throughout the game, like Critical Wound, Onslaught, Respite, and Smoke and Flame. And of course all of these are unlockable the more skill points you get. And then the log is just something that lets you know what mission you're on, how far into the mission you're in. Right now we're on Destroy the War Machines, and how many war machines have we destroyed. And right now it's at 0 out of 2 because we haven't even started the mission yet. It's a nice log, especially if you feel lost in the game, you don't know where you are, quite frankly, and that happens a little bit in the game. Now the stats are basic stats. You gain stat points throughout the game and you just add on to the stats you already have, like strength, dexterity, stamina, range, armor, etc. And that's pretty much the RPG elements. If you're familiar with RPG games, this should be nothing new, and especially if you've played this series, then you should already know most of this. Now for the controls, again, pretty basic stuff. This is the Xbox 360 version. You got X, which is small attack, and then you have Y, which is the heavy attack. Heavy attack is not recommended if you're facing a lot of enemies. As you can see, it's a slow wind-up. But the small attack's just as effective. Then you have dodge, which is B. As you can see, just nice little dodge. It's actually really good because you do face a lot of enemies in this game. And right now, as you can tell, probably there is no jump function in this, and it's actually a game that really could use it. One of the disappointing elements of the game. I really wish there was jump. And a way to unlock the bow and arrow, LT, puts you in aim, you take out the bow and arrow, and RT, traditional shooting button, just to shoot the arrow. Pretty basic. And then, of course, you got LB to block. Block is, I gotta say, for this game, kind of essentially useless because, you still take a great deal of damage. You obviously take less damage, but, it's one thing to block and then there's another thing to attack. I'd much rather attack than block. But that's pretty much the basics of the game. That was I showed you the RPG elements and, of course, the controls. Graphically, before we get moving on here, graphically, the game is blah. There's some elements that make you say, wow, that's really amazing, and then the rest of it is just like makes you want to cringe because if you played other games on these consoles, like Gears of War or the newly released Uncharted, it just looks really bad compared to those. Some of the animations are nice, so the cutscenes are nice, which I hope we can view a cutscene before I end this review. I'm just going to show you a little bit of the action, then I'll end it. But this is basic battles here. This is the main problem with War in the North. It is ungodly repetitive, which was a common problem with this series, and it still continues, unfortunately. I love the arrow. The arrow is so easy to aim compared to the swords, and that's another problem. Aiming these swords is a problem. Might not look like it now, but this camera angle is very tricky. one of the main problems is that you do control it for the most part, but it's not easy to control if you're battling, because you really don't want to control while you're battling. It takes way too much time, and the angle can get really bad on occasions, and you won't know what enemies are coming towards you because you'll be facing like the way the camera angle is facing now. A lot of the times you'll be facing this direction, you'll have no clue what's coming at you. Again, this action is really repetitive. I've been playing this game for about 2 hours now, and this is all that I've been doing, is just this action, wandering around, action, action, action. And that's really it, and it's really sad because this Lord of the Rings series, has been going on for a while, and it is sad to see that old problems are still existing in this franchise. It is fun, though. If I had to say anything, the action is at least playable. It is repetitive, but, I've played worse. Ooh, oh god, blocking would be nice. It isn't necessarily easy to die in this game. I will give the game that bit of credit. You don't die very easily. They do give you, 2 partners in this game, so they're always there to recover you. I'm not quite sure what happens, when all 3 are down. I haven't had to face that problem yet. Oh boy. Oh god, this aiming is terrible. Mainly, the reason why it's so bad is because it never really goes in the direction you want it to go. You really have to screw around with this analog stick on this controller to actually get it to go anywhere. Thank God. Thank God you're not able to hit the partners that you're with. Okay, so we're going to move on here. These little white marks here, those are the checkpoints in the game. And the save function in the game is actually very tolerable. It's not great, but, it is. I have seen worse, and actually my most recent quick review, Harry Potter and Deathly Hallows Part 2, that had a much worse save function. This is a little better. Okay, let's keep moving here. Again, just nothing but repetitive action, and again, I really wish this series would go away from that. Oh god. And you probably can't tell, I'm trying to aim down, but I can't, and that's one of the problems, is the aiming. And the enemies, to the game's credit, the enemies are actually a bit challenging. They do add a bit of challenge with the enemies, because they take forever to kill, even with the most severe attack. Okay, blocking. As you can see, I am not much of a blocker. It's actually I always think to block at like the last freaking minute. Okay, now dodge. Again, with the heavy attack, it does beat them faster, but man, that wind-up could be sudden death. Oh, hello. Ooh, he's taking forever to kill. God. Damn aim. Good God, I'm trying to aim this thing, it won't aim. There we go. And this is a healing circle that I did not get a chance to get into. Damn. Okay. Again, checkpoint. This is the end summary info, and not bad. Did pretty good. Might as well start the next level. I think we might have a cutscene here. Give you a view of the cutscene, and then we'll end it there. Oh boy. Yeah, loading times could be better. This game does take a while to load. You know, the fact that that it takes forever to load just to get to the main menu, that's a problem. Well, I guess there was no cutscene. I'll take it back. The cutscenes aren't bad, especially the animation on this bird right here. It's actually kind of cool. But pretty much that's War in the North. You know, it's kind of a repetitive mess. You know, there's potential there. There's always potential with the Lord of the Ring games because they could do so much with it. It's like Harry Potter. You know, they could do so much with that series too, but never really seem to really become fully realized. But with War in the North, it's and to say the least, it is fun. You know, it's repetitive. You know, the action, everything is pretty basic, but it is fun overall, and I think that says something. So yeah, that was my quick review of Lord of the Rings: War in the North. If you're a Lord of the Rings fan, I think you will enjoy it. Well, everyone, thank you so much for listening, and I will see you next time.